Hello, my loves, and welcome to my channel. I am so excited and so grateful that you are here. If you're coming from my podcast, that's incredibly exciting. And if you found me randomly, I know it's not by coincidence. This is exactly where you need to be. So today I'm talking about the fundamentals and tips for one of the most important practices of my alignment journey, and that is meditation. Why I wanted to make this video is because one, I'm going to be uploading a ton of guided meditations and yoga flows to this channel to help you embody alignment, what it means to live an aligning life to you, to help you find what is fulfilling, to help you live a more present life, and to help you connect with your internal guidance. And in order to do that, we really need to start disconnecting from our mind so we can connect with our internal guidance, which lives in our body, which we'll get into that much later. But first, let's talk about meditation. Before we get started, I really want to say I do not think that there is a wrong way to meditate. The only wrong way to meditate in my book is to not do it. And I want to say that right off the bat because I think that's what stops so many people. They think they're doing it wrong. They think they can't quiet their mind. They're still thinking, so they just give up. And to have the expectation of having no thoughts right at the beginning is really unrealistic. That is like ninja level, pro level meditators right there. I still have thoughts when I meditate, and I've been doing it for a long time. So let's get right into some tips I have for you. So the first tip is setting the expectation that it's not about not having thoughts. You're gonna have thoughts come up. One of the meditation apps I use called Headspace says this. They say that thoughts are like clouds in the sky, and you let them come and you let them go. The important part with meditation, especially when you're first starting out, is to just observe your thoughts. That is what we want to do. We want to build that observation muscle. We want to build our awareness because so many of us are going through our life unconsciously, not even aware or able to observe our thoughts. We're not even aware of what's going on up here. So that's really what it's helping you do in the beginning, is just be aware of your thoughts. So you're watching them come, you're watching them go, you're not getting attached, you're not identifying with them, and you're not letting them stay. Let them come and let them go, kind of like weather. It's really about cultivating non-judgment. We do not want to judge the thoughts that come up. Truly, you are taking the observer role. So you are like that third-party observer watching the thoughts come and go in the beginning, especially when you are starting out. The next tip that's really helped me is having a designated space to meditate. So a lot of times I meditate right here. I get a pillow and I sit cross-legged just like I am right now. And my body knows that when I sit there, that is what I'm there to do. And I light some candles. You can get some crystals like I have. It's totally up to you. Make it your area to meditate. And some people lay down in their bed. Some people lay down on the floor. Some people sit in a chair. Again, there's no wrong way, but really picking a spot to practice this practice is going to help your mind and body know, okay, when I'm here, this is what I am doing. My next tip is really just giving yourself time and space to develop this practice. It is such a gift to give yourself the time and space. And at the beginning, it doesn't have to be long. It can be 3 to 5 minutes. It's up to you. And then you can kind of build up over time. And I highly recommend doing guided meditations at first, which is what I'm going to be uploading here. And then eventually you can just meditate to sounds or to silence if you want. It's truly up to you. It's your practice. There's no wrong way to do it. But giving yourself time and space is truly the best gift that you can give yourself. Remind yourself when you're sitting down, when you're getting ready to meditate, that there is nowhere else you need to be, nothing else you need to be doing. Let those to-do lists, what happened that day, slip away from your mind and allow yourself to be truly present. That's another main goal, along with developing awareness, is cultivating presence. It can be really hard to be present in today's society. So giving yourself 3 to 5 minutes to truly be in the moment and to remind yourself that there is nowhere else you need to be, nothing else you need to be doing, is such a beautiful gift for yourself. And if we don't allow our body and our mind to have the time and space to allow our internal guidance to come through, a lot of times that's why we're not even hearing it, is you're not giving it time and space. So when you start taking this time to meditate, it's going to become easier and easier. It truly is like a muscle or a skill. The more you do it, the more natural it's going to feel. My next tip kind of goes along with the last one, and that is to allow and do not force. A lot of times when you try to force something, that's when it's really hard to do it. But if you just relax and allow what needs to come through, that's when you're going to get the most from your meditation practice. My last tip for you today is to just let go of expectations. A lot of times we can start meditation with the expectation that we're going to have some grand revelation each time that we do that. And sometimes you might come out of a meditation and be like, oh my gosh, I'm looking at this thing a completely different way, or I felt like I went to another dimension, and that is amazing, and that will happen sometimes. And then other times you might just feel really relaxed after meditating. And then there also might be times where you come out of a meditation and don't really feel anything at all. Again, allow what comes through to come through. Let go of those expectations so you can get what you need to from your practice. When I first started meditating, I didn't really notice a huge difference at first. I knew that I felt better afterwards. I knew that I felt more relaxed, but I really started to notice it on the days that I wasn't meditating. I was a little more reactive, not as grounded, not as connected to my intuition and my internal guidance. So it was when I wasn't meditating that I was really noticing the difference. So just stick with it, and you're gonna notice how it's really helping you connect with you over that long period of time. So how do you get started with meditation? You truly just start. There are so many apps out there. At first I used Headspace, I've used Insight Timer, I've used Calm. Now I just kind of meditate to music. You can search on YouTube, like on my channel where I'm gonna have so many guided meditations. It's really just a matter of starting and see what works for you. Again, start with just a small amount of time and then start to build up. If you try to meditate for like 10 minutes or 15 minutes or 20 minutes or an hour right off the bat, that may be setting yourself up for not such a successful experience. Another thing that's going to help you build this habit is considering why you want to meditate. If you just Google meditation and the benefits of meditation, there are so many studies out there. It helps reduce stress, it helps with mental health, it helps your overall health, it helps you develop more compassion, more empathy, it helps you feel more connected to yourself. So many benefits, but truly think about why you want to develop this practice. Maybe it's just to get connected with yourself again, or to reduce stress, or become less reactive in the workplace. Those were all reasons I started in the beginning, and it really helps you stick to a habit if you remember why you're doing it, or if you're just aware of why you are doing something. So to wrap up this video, remember there's absolutely no wrong way to meditate. It is truly just about starting and seeing what works for you. The goal of meditation for me is it's helping me detach from my mind and the mind stories that I have, and helping me connect to my internal guidance. So if you like this video, please consider subscribing. I'm going to have so many more videos like this where we talk about how to connect to our internal guidance, how to live more aligning, present, fulfilling lives. I'm going to have meditations, yoga flows. I really wanted this to be a space where you can practice and embody so many of the things that I talk about on my podcast. So if you're interested in that, please subscribe. And I want to hear what your experience with meditation has been so far. So in the comments below, tell me, have you meditated? Has it been a good experience? What challenges have you seen? What has it helped you realize? What things are you still trying to overcome with your meditation practice? To let me know in the comments. All right, my loves, that is all I have for you in this episode, and I will see you in the next video. Love you all.